Am I responsible for my aging parents? Our relationship with our elders can be complex. Sometimes we still carry the burden of familiar resentment. Our own life may be wobbly too as we balance kids, work, friends, and our own health. On top of caregiving tasks, what exactly are our responsibility towards our aging loved one? Here is Escape Attitude Radio Podcast. Today we're going to be discussing about, is it important to take care of our parents in their old age? Is it our responsibility? And today here with me that we're going to be discussing this is the lame primp, Lara Vata. So what's your input? What do you think about this topic? Is it our responsibility taking care of our parents in their old age? So guys, if you're listening, I hope you're going to take one or two things out of this today. Probably you fall into this category. But all I want you to take away is that positive thoughts do create positive things. And I hope your mind is positive and not negative. What's your input?
Yeah, I definitely think we have to take care of our parents. You know, they sacrifice a lot of their time to take care of us, even though we didn't ask to be born, but we are here, so they took care of us until adulthood. And I think when they are growing to that age where they need support, physically, financially, socially, I think it's very important that the children step up to take care of them as well.
At their old age, right? So before we proceed again, let me actually input some Bible text that I think if you're a Christian that we give or more light to what God actually, the mind of God about taking care of our parents. And the first I have is the First Timothy 5, verses 4. And you can also read the book of Exodus 20:12, Deuteronomy 5:16, Ephesians 6:2-3. These are the texts that I was able to put together that actually shed more light to it biblically that we should take care of our parents in their old age. And also, I have this comment about someone that was he wished that his mother died miserably just because of his mom. And I'm not going to say giving him up for adoption, but he was saying with his mother's sister, our young mother, his mom, our younger sister. And the guy really didn't like that idea. Probably he was maltreated or something like that. And he wished his mom died miserably. And it was like he can't wait to make money, get out of their life, and go away and never look back. Which he was in his mind is trying to take revenge. In your own opinion, do you think as we are, is it ours to want to judge our parents based on what they did to us, or should we say that we should take revenge by not taking care of them when they are old?
I think the person sounds immature. I don't think this person has worked a day in his life, so he doesn't understand how much it takes to make money. That's what he said, right? I can't wait to make a lot of money.
Yeah, and
He's going to think making a lot of money is as easy as beans, as
yeah,
Nigerians will say. Once they realize how much it takes to make a little bit of money, he'll understand and actually, hopefully, apologize to his mom
you're
for what he
right.
said.
You're right. And my input is going to be that regardless of what we think our parents did to us, for the fact that they choose to give us life, even though they have the opportunity to say, okay, I want to get rid of this pregnancy, but for the fact that they give us life, they choose us and not abortion, that actually override whatever thing you think they did, that in any other way they have wronged you for giving you life first, has override every other thing.
I don't think
And
I
I
would
think
say
for that,
it overrides,
yeah,
actually.
I mean, as a parent, they're your parent. It's not
I
in
don't
our
think it
position to judge
overrides.
them. You are not
No.
in the position to judge your parents.
There are
You are not in the position to, even if they are wrong,
There
What?
are some
Okay,
parents. There are some parents that knowingly
okay. What I'm
do
not
crazy
talking about. I'm
things.
not talking
We're not
about
talking
crazy
about those
parents.
ones.
I'm
Okay.
talking
We're
about.
talking about the relative normal
Do you know that
family. Okay.
there's a lot of people out there that they are carrying this burden that okay, my mom didn't let me do this, that, my daddy didn't let me do that, that. You are young. They are making that decision based on how they see things, and they are making decision not because of any other reason,
So
but
this is a
because they
relative. We're
want
talking
you.
about a relatively normal
Yes,
growing up. Okay, good.
and it's because probably your position then I believe fine you have your own opinion, you have your own right, but at the same time these are your parents. They're not going to lead you wrong, they're not going to lead you astray. Whatever decision they are trying to make at that particular point in time is for your own benefit. They are doing it so that you can be better. No parent is going to be, I mean, I will believe that every parent will want their children to be
There are
better in
some
life.
extremes.
I'm talking about normal functional parent. I'm not talking about crack parent. I'm talking about functional parent.
Okay.
Yes, we're human being. We do make mistakes sometimes. We make some decision
The children
for
of
we
the
make some
people.
decision for our children sometimes thinking is the best decision for them, which necessarily may not be the best decision for them. But does that mean they don't mean well? No, they mean well. But they are most of probably from Africa, they want to push you to be a doctor, engineer, pilot, whatever. Those are good professions.
Mhm.
That may not be what you want to do, but are they doing something that is bad to you? No. They are doing it because they want you to be a better person in the society.
But what if that's not what the person
If that's
really
not what you
wants?
want to do,
Because back in the day, I
yeah,
understand that,
it's going to be
yes.
okay.
But
You got to do it. You
nowadays,
have to do it. This is what you have to do. This is
but
what you have to do. But
nowadays,
does
there
that
are
mean they don't
it's,
want the
it's not
best
that
for
they do.
you?
It's not that they don't want the best for you, but a lot of people have missed it that way. Actually,
Sure, I understand.
yeah.
I understand. Parents, I would say parents should listen more to their children, but at the same time, yeah, but at the same
Nowadays,
time,
there are more
they know
opportunities. So
better than
please
you.
listen to the
They
children.
have more knowledge than you do.
Mhm,
They have more wisdom than you do.
mhm.
So whatever they are trying to make you understand is for your own benefit, is for your own good. Not because they want to force it on you, because they want you to be a better person in the society.
Okay.
That's why they are doing what they are doing.
Mhm.
So, like we're saying, we believe as Africa that taking care of our old parents, I mean, our parents at their
Our
old age
responsibility.
is our responsibility.
Mhm.
That may not be the same with the West, but according to what we read in the Bible, all these Bible passages, it means that even just like this, let me give you this. Most people are going to know this Bible passage which says that honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you, which means there is a blessing that is attached to it when you honor your parent.
Mhm.
And I'm going to say this right away that it's not just your parent alone. Honor people that are older than you. Honor people that are older than you. Period. I can't just digest the fact that someone will say that the best I want to think now is how my mother is going to die miserably because he let me stay with our younger sister, and the younger sister treated me badly, and it's my mother's fault. Fine, things happen. You don't know what your mom is going through at that point in time. You don't know the sacrifice it's making for her or whatever she's going through for her to say, okay, you know what, the best I can do right now for you to have a better life is to put you up with my sister. There's a lot of things that may be going on at that point in time that will make her make that decision. Should we say that's the right decision? Probably not. But should you now say that you're going to punish her because of that? And I'm going to let whoever is thinking like that right now know that if you're thinking like that and you're going to have your own children, then you are planting a seed. You are planting it forward, you're going to reap it. You can actually be a better parent to your own children. But if you do not take care of your own parent while your children are watching you, it's a seed that you are planting and you're going to reap it, like it or not, you will reap it. So either your parents fought you, they did bad to you, it is still your obligation to take care of them as much as you could in their old age. Let God be the judge. You did your part. Fine, they do not do their own part. They neglect their part, but you did your own part. Let the judgment be of God and not you. So, I'm going to talk about people putting their parents in the nursing home. What's your opinion? Is it a good idea? Bad idea? What do you think?
So I always like to talk about why this starts in the first place. Why did people start putting people in nursing home?
Hmm.
I think something must have happened back in the day, and then they were like, you know what, nursing home is the best place to put
For
our
now,
parents at
that
this
okay,
time.
what we can do now is to put them in nursing home
Yeah,
for what reason?
exactly. So
Time, no time, what?
I
Or
think
what
it's
could be the reason?
because women are in the workforce now, so women are working more. Because usually, as you get married, you're and as you're growing, you're having your kids. The kids are growing. Your parents are also growing.
Yeah.
They are retiring from their work, and now they're getting older. They need someone to take care of them, and usually I think is the woman, is the daughter that's usually taking care of that part of of that end at that time. But now that women are in the workforce, I feel like it's now kind of a burden on the it's kind of an added burden to the woman. She has to take care of the family, she has to take care of the home, and now take care of the parents that are aging. So maybe back in the day, this is why nursing homes started. All right, they're complaining to each other. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what to do with my mom. She's, getting old. I need help. The other one is like, me too, I need help. And then somebody's like, I'm drowning here. We need help. And then someone is like, you know what? Maybe nursing home. Bring all your elderly people. Maybe this is how nursing home started. I didn't do history.
Is there a limitation to how much you can care for your parent at their old age?
There shouldn't be a limitation, but then medical. There's a lot of medical problems that happen as people grow older. There are people that
Because I believe you also, if you already if you already have a family of your own, which means you have people you are taking care of.
you have people that you're taking care of
Yes,
already.
and you have your own health also that probably you'll be looking after.
Yeah,
So already you are being burdened already with a lot of things.
it's a lot
But
that you're taking care of. There are
should
actually
that now
people.
be why there should be a limitation to?
I'm not saying there should be a limitation, and it shouldn't be a reason why there should be a limitation. But unfortunately, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
And also,
So that's why you will agree with nothing on.
there are people that have taken care of their family members in their homes, and they are not equipped to take care of that person because maybe mental maybe they don't even remember who they are anymore. They don't remember that actually being in the house is actually a safety issue. There are people that
That they can't be on their own.
they can't be on their own. There are people that in the middle of the night they forget where they are. They open
So
the door
that's
and
why
they walk
you
out.
think nursing home would be a better choice for such
So
situations.
there are special situations that I think if you can't handle on your own, that
Then they will
being
need
in a home
24 hours help.
exactly 24 hours. It's not like, okay, they're getting old, throw them in a nursing home. No. And I think people that have
I mean, I can
family
reason with
members
that.
in a nursing
Probably
home
if you
is
yourself
not
you're busy, if you're the
it's
busy
not
type,
because
but
they don't want to take care of them. It's special circumstances. There are people that they were mean to their children, and the children are like,
okay, let's throw.
nursing home.
And that's what I
There are
don't like.
there are
They can be
cases
mean
like
to
that.
you
Of
as a
course.
parent, but it's not yours to judge.
There are cases like that. That's what
Okay,
I'm saying.
but that I mean, I will agree with you totally on that. That in this day and age now, everybody is busy, and we have a lot of loads that we do carry around. Having parents could be much better,
Extra,
big
yes,
extra burden.
definitely
So
extra.
putting them in nursing home for such situation may be a good
For
idea,
their safety.
and also that nursing home should not now replace your presence.
You
You
still
should
have
still have
to
to visit them,
exactly.
play with them, take them
And you
out.
can't. It's like daycare. You can't leave your child to the daycare and expect them to take care of your child like you.
Because if nobody is checking on them, they can be abused, thinking well they don't have any relatives, things like
Exactly.
that.
So you have
So
to, of
yeah,
course.
they can be abused. So that's good. I agree with you. But in Africa, we like,
Africa is another thing
yeah, we like
because we have that.
our parents to be home with us, things like that.
We
E-
have that support.
Even yeah, we have that. So
Even
even
if you
though
don't
for
want it, it's there.
yeah, even for nursing mother, it's kind of different. They have a
It's
lot of
there.
support. But what
Exactly.
I'm saying now is that even though in Africa they are kind of adopting the system of nursing home now,
now.
just because things are changing.
It's
But
the
should we lose that
situation.
value because of technology?
Like I said, nobody wants
I
to
don't
lose the
think we should
value.
lose that value.
I don't think
Family
nobody wants to lose
value,
that value.
family
You are the
value,
one that has to.
family value that is diminishing is the reason for all this chaos, all these things you see, immorality, a lot of things that is going on that people really don't value. You know, family value is like something they have never heard of. Most of this new generation, because they even grew up with their parents not having relationship with their own parent. So
They don't
uh,
see it.
they don't see. It's
You
something
have
they
to
don't
model
see,
it.
and when they don't see it, they can't demonstrate what they don't see. So
So
we're losing all
also,
this moral, all this
I
value.
mean,
We're
this is where
losing it.
communication comes into play. I mean, you have to be talking to your children. The reason grandpa and grandma are in nursing home is because this, and sometimes the children see it.
Yes,
That grandpa is
and when
grandpa doesn't know who I am anymore. Grandpa,
and at the end of the day, when this, and that's what I'm saying, it's a seed. They see what you're doing, they will repeat, they will replicate it to you when you also grow old. Because, like it or not, if you don't die
is saying
young,
because they put you in a nursing home that they're gonna put you in a nursing home
they
too.
can put you in the nursing home. They will think that's the right thing to do. They may
But
think that
I mean, that's why I said communication is important.
yes,
We're not just throwing grandpa and grandma into the nursing home
it's because of
because
this. But
exactly
honestly speaking, okay, I have some things I would like us to go through. It's like
communication,
this is going to
communication.
be
If you don't talk to them, then of course they're not gonna understand what's going on, and then they'll be like, "Oh, grandpa, and, mommy and daddy put mommy and grandpa and grandma in the nurse," then they'll do the same. But if you talk to them that this is what's going on, and the children will also see it too, like, "Oh, mommy, grandpa doesn't know who I am anymore. Grandpa is peeing all over the floor." You
now you
know,
can say
when they
that's
see.
why they are in nursing home because
I'm not
they
saying
need
that's why they're in a nursing home.
that
When they need extra
help.
care, extra
Okay,
help, at that time that they are
I just
old, yo.
I just want it to be clear so that those children will not take take it in a, like see it in something that is okay. Probably when you make them understand why, now they
They
will
would have seen that
understand.
you were taking care of mom and dad for a long time before it
Yes,
gets to
that's
that
what I
point.
want to let people understand, that not
Yeah.
like we just throwing.
Not like
But
you just train them
this
in a
is going
nursing
to be
home. There
my
are, and I mean, is that's not the only option. There are other options. You can have a private help that comes in at home
that would
to
depend
stay
on your
with them.
financial
Depend
stability.
on your financial stability, depending on your situation. Everybody's situation is
It's
different.
different, yeah.
How about you go? I mean, you grow up. Your children are even making more money than you. It doesn't make sense to put you in a nursing home then.
Sure.
Because now they can even have better help. Not only one person, they might hire 2, 3 people helping you at home to make sure that you're good. So it depends on your situation and communication.
Okay. You're right though. So this is going to be my advice for those of you that if you still have your parent alive, and this is what I will actually advise you to do so that at their old age they will not be lonely. They will still, the love
I
that they
hope
share.
mommy and daddy will not think I'm going to throw them in the nursing home.
They will share the
If they
fact
watch
that
this,
they will they will
mommy, you're not
uh
going to, grandma, you're not going to nursing home. Oh. This is just talk. Oh.
so they will understand that, okay, this is what we can do to to still keep the family tie going. And my first advice would be that you should be sure that you have communication with them regularly. you know Probably if you are not living together, be sure that you do communicate with them regularly. Number two is that you should encourage your parents to take vacation if they are both still alive. And if one has passed on, my advice would be that plan vacation with them, with your family. Go on vacation, make them happy, make them feel loved, make them comfortable. Number three would be that if you live in the same community, create some time to take, sidewalk, take them to the park, have fun together, and be sure to visit them, watch movie by spending quality time with them. And if you have kids, let your kids take vacation to go and see them, spend some time with them, watch movie together. And if you are the busy type that you don't normally be around, you can get them help. But do not allow that help to replace you. Still create time to visit while you give them help. Probably, like you said, If your parents are the one that we need extra help,
Extra
you can
help.
do that.
Mhm.
And last here is that try and make them technology savvy. Don't let them. The world is growing technology. Get them iPad. Get them something that they can do FaceTime with that. If you're not around, they can FaceTime you, and that will actually help them get busy a little bit. Some watch news, some we want to play game. A lot of things they can do with technology, and that will be my submission on that.
Mhm.
So as we proceed, I don't want this to be long. I believe we both agree it's okay, it's our duty, it's our obligation
Yes, we have to take care
to
of our
take care
parents.
of our parents.
They've sacrificed a lot for us when we were kids.
Yes, they
So I feel
sacrifice a
like
lot.
it's our turn to sacrifice. And there are some parents that'll be like, "Oh, I don't want to burden you. I know you have a lot of things to do, and I don't want to burden you. Just put me somewhere. Please don't. It's like you are depriving me of something that I should be doing. So you've taken care of me. You've sacrificed for me. Now it's my turn to, not necessarily. Oh, I'm just doing your part in this. I think there's a TikToker that actually takes care of his grandmother. There's a TikToker that actually takes care of his grandmother. I think he's a grandson. I want to say it's a grandson or maybe son. I want to say it's a grandson that's helping to take care of his grandmother. And the grandmother is very small, and he will carry the grandmother because she's so little. She'll carry her, bathe her, clean her, take care of her. You think that person will not be praying for her? He'll be praying for her, getting all these blessings for the
Yeah,
future
but in the
generation.
West
So
here, they don't believe in anything like that. Honestly speaking,
in the West, don't say they don't. Some do. It's just because people are working and people are,
well,
they put them in nursing home. They still come to see them. They still come. There are some that they make traditions out of coming to the home. They make sure every Friday, every Saturday, or every Sunday they come. They all eat together. They make sure that day they are with their family members. So is Italians coming
that's
here?
really
It's
good. That's
Russians.
really good.
It's
Yeah, these are
English,
people that are
a
immigrants.
lot of people exactly.
So, which
So
means probably you're saying that
that still build that even though they are not at home, they
they
still
still
make
build that
sure
family
that they
value. That
have
okay,
some cultural thing going
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Some we actually like they have to sit it together. A lot of things like that.
I
But
mean, there are some cases out of 100, there's that one that's just
yeah,
left there and forgotten,
and
and
it happened.
unfortunately, it
But
happens.
honestly speaking, I would say that these people they sacrifice a lot to raise us, and it will be a good idea if we pay it back by being there, because as we grow old, they will be diminishing in their thinking, in everything they do. The more we grow old, the more our parents will be, like their thinking is going to be like they're now babies. They will need more care, they will need more attention. And I believe if we do as much as we could, just for them not to feel neglected, for them not to feel like even though I have kids, they are not there for me. We just have to pay it back so that our kids also can see what we're doing,
I have one more
emulate
thing.
it, and pass it on, so that the value, family value, will not just vanish to thin air, just like what we're seeing in the world today.
One last thing that I'm going to say is, I always talk about how there's two different sides because we are Africans. For Africans, the mentality is different, where as I'm growing up you are expected to you have to take care of me because
Yes,
there's no other
because
person, there's no
i-
other
i-
facility or any other thing, there's no other infrastructure
now I get what you're
that's
saying.
set
That
up to take
here,
care of you.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's 100% correct here, because I believe in the West, most parents actually set aside their retirement plan.
That's what I was going to
But
say.
in Africa,
Exactly.
I don't almost 90% of people don't do that.
Don't. So they
They
expect
invest
their
everything on
children.
their children
Exactly.
in return that when they grow up,
You better take care
then
of
they will
me
take. Yeah, that probably maybe that's where the value is kind of derived from, because we invest heavily.
in the children.
Here now, you can still see that even though back in Africa, I still remember some people says that they benefited from free education. But now, as we were growing up, I don't benefit from free education. We pay through think and think. So when I see my parents sacrifice that much, the best we could do is, I mean, these are their investment that they put on you. Now they see you as the investment. They
Exactly.
invest everything on
So
you in
the
return, hoping you will take care of them when they
yeah.
grow up.
So the African
So
mentality is definitely different from here, where as we are growing up now, we have to make sure we are setting something aside because you don't want to put your that burden on your children. Unfortunately, you don't want to put that burden on your children that okay, when I grow old, my children is expected to be taken care of, whereas they have a lot of things that they are going through themselves now.
so
Where
if you are a
and
wife, right, in
yeah.
America,
Mm-hmm.
if you're a wife, you still have your own parent, while your husband also has his own parent.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I don't know how I'm going to put this, but it looks like you taking care of your parents. Now you have to add the burden of your mother-in-law or your father-in-law to it. Or should it be you take care of your parents, I take care of my parents?
No, your parents might have a daughter that will be doing that part for them too. I mean, your
It should
presence will
just
be
be
there.
mixed
Yeah,
together.
your presence will be there, but I don't think
Yeah.
it will be
It
like,
shouldn't be like your burden now because
not like your burden.
no, I mean,
My
just like you
parents,
said,
my
you have
parents,
your to take care of.
yeah,
But at least if your husband is going to visit his parents, you can
mhm,
go do the same. Why in
exactly,
return they
yeah,
did the same
and
for you.
hopefully they have somebody on their side too that's
That is doing
also
it. Yeah, I
exactly,
get it.
yeah.
That's cool.
I mean,
So
there's so many different situations that I see. People come in, they chip in, they
yeah,
you know there's always communication. All right. They sometimes some families have rotations. Mommy is staying with you this time. All right, next week she's going to be with you. They have a way of that's where family comes in. Hopefully you have been a good
good one.
hopefully you have been a good dad and a good mom and a good auntie and a good uncle. Because situations happen where there are only parents and their children have died. Who's going to take care of them?
Yes,
Yeah. So if you have been a
that they
good
don't have
person,
any at all.
yeah, if you have been a good person, the children of your sister or the children of your aunt are the one that's going to be taking care of you,
Sure.
and they rotate it. And even grandchildren are being involved now. Grandchildren are old enough to chip in. All right, go say hi to go spend some time with your uncle or auntie. There's so many ways of doing it, and if they are in your house, it's always communication. Just talk about it. Who's taking care of this person? Who's taking? So it's not only one person that's doing it, especially on this side of the world where you are. You also have your own
Busy.
stress that you are already
And
dealing
that's
with.
what I actually want to ask you that. How do you balance it in this busy world where you have
You,
your own burden
it's just like
and
when children
now
come. Do you have plan? Why you? Do you know how you do it? You
okay,
just do
for
it.
example now, let's look at our situation that when taking care of them in the morning. They come back, they still have to do their own work.
Homework
And
exactly.
before we finish, the time is already gone.
Mhm.
How do you balance that? Do you going to have that time? Probably if your parents, if they're living with you, that could be a different situation, right?
Mhm.
Because they will be home, they will be there.
Mhm.
And honestly, that's why I said I loved I so much believe in letting your parents be with you, and that will call the time of you going to the nursing home, looking after them. I mean, if they can still do things on their own.
As I say, you do it for
Yeah.
as long as you
But if they can't
can.
do things on their own anymore, if they need
And
extra
they are
help,
needing extra
maybe
help.
that's okay. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. Because if they can still do things on their own, I would love them to be around me. I would love them, because you want to create that foundation for your kids to say that okay, in this family is important. Family comes first. We don't leave each other. We stay around each other. We take care of each other. That's what family is for. That is what builds good society. And when that is lacking, what you're seeing today in the society is what you're going to see.
Mhm.
That's what it's going to be because people don't value
They are losing
life
their family
anymore. Yeah,
values. Yeah,
yeah.
they don't care.
So
People are
that's
waiting to get
that's
married, and the thing is, they are waiting to get married. So now you're 40, maybe you are 35, 40. Now you are getting married, and now you're having babies. You are 50, you are taking care of a 5, 10 year old, and now guess who's old? Your parents. Now you are dealing with a baby, and you're dealing with an adult. Oh my God.
it's not easy.
Whereas if you started early, maybe in your 20s, 30s, your children are maybe teenagers now, you are not necessarily overseeing homework as much. You understand what I'm saying? Now you have that time to go say hello to mommy, or if mommy is in your house, it won't be as strenuous as taking care of a baby and then you're now taking care of an adult. This is what sometimes people don't think about. They are waiting until they are 40 before getting married, and your parents are getting old, and you're gonna be
So, according to what I see here, there's a lot of things our parents are going to need as they grow old, and one of them is going to be helping them with the activities of daily living. Those are, but just like someone was like, if it get to a point that ADLS, right? When it get to a point that I can't do those things anymore on my own, I'm ready to go.
who's going to kill you?
Well, that's what he said. That person I was working with then.
You're
It was like
ready to go. Okay,
the
go.
moment I can't do those things for myself,
Okay,
that
go.
I will need help to go to the bathroom. I will need help to do. It was like the only thing he need help with now is that he needs someone to be his companion.
Just to talk.
To talk. He likes to talk a lot. He likes to play game, draft, things like. He just wants someone to, and that's why I said, if you neglect your parents, they will die. Very quickly, they will die because loneliness is a big deal to them.
Loneliness.
Yes.
Depression.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, you help them with their daily activity, and safety issue is another thing here. Safety issue.
Yeah.
You know, when they are alone, probably you're gonna get a news someday that, oh, your dad has been, or your mom has,
God forbid.
electrocuted, or maybe he put on, maybe the house is on fire.
Forgot to do
Yeah, to
something.
switch on the stove. Safety issue. That's why you don't want them to be all by themselves. Then there are medical and health issues, helping them to make their,
Appointments.
appointment, things like that, making sure they are on point on their health issue. Then their legal and financial issue is also important. Probably if you want them to write their will, things like that, all those things. The housing issue, if there's leaking, they need to repair something in their old age, you have to be there for them to get that done. And if you think you're not going to have that time, that is where I believe they should be living with you. Then quality of life and helping your older parents thrive. That's what I'm talking about. Movie, things like that, that they should have quality of life. Then planning ahead, I don't know, probably their funeral, things like that. Then managing relationship and family dynamics. Those are part of the self-care and all other things. You see, all these are really important because these are what they are giving us while we were growing up. These are the care they gave us as we growing up. Now that their life has diminished, it's our responsibility. It's decline. It's now our job to groom them like they did to us as we're growing up. We're paying it back. And that's where I really want us to leave it for today.
Circle of life.
Yeah, a circle of life, because like it or not, where your parents are today, you will be there at a point in time in your life. Remember, they are growing old. You are also growing old. As you are growing old, your children also are growing up. So it's a continuation of life. Your parents are going to pass away while you be in their position. You also pass away. Your children will be in that position. So you are paying it forward. Whatever you are doing, you are paying it forward. And that's going to be my point today, that it is of necessity. It's really important that we take care of our parents in their old age. According to the Bible actually supports it, and they are actually a benefit, a blessing that is attached to taking care of them in their old age. And like I said before, it is only a positive mind that creates positive things. This is Escape Attitude Radio Podcast. Thanks for being with us. And that's going to be the end of this episode today. Take care. Bye-bye.